The NFL season is officially underway, and that means it's time to celebrate some Week 1 performances in Madden Ultimate Team with Team of the Week. This year's program is set up similarly to last year's, with an LTD representing the current player's big game during the same week in the previous year, a player of the week for a current player who stood out this week, and a legendary offensive and defensive champion honoring great games the players had during the same week in the previous season. One change to this year's program is that Team of the Week challenges needed to earn Team of the Year collectibles no longer expire each week and can be completed at any time during the season. I think that's great for all the folk who probably won't get the game until like around Christmas. Now they'll have a chance to complete Team of the Week challenges for their Team of the Year collectibles with the rest of it. Miles Jack is the Week 1 limited with the legendary champions of Drew Bledsoe and Champ Bailey. And our first player of the week from current players is Saquon Barkley. You know, he went off. He's currently on his revenge tour, you know, after not getting to play last year. I think he had like 194 yards, something like that, and they ended up winning against the Titans, so that was pretty good. The other Team of the Week players are DeAndre Swift, Mika Fitzpatrick. You know, he went crazy with that extra point block and that interception, if I'm not mistaken, and he had a big pass deflection. OJ Howard, he came and turned up for the Texans. I think he had 2 receptions for 2 touchdowns. Talona Afonga, Carlos Basham Jr., and Cade York, he came up big. Not only was he able to make a field goal when so many players was missing field goals and extra points and whatnot, he did it to win the game for the Browns against the Panthers. Team of the Week challenges. Complete the following challenges to earn 84 higher overall BND Team of the Week player and a Team of the Year collectible. Team of the Year collectibles will be used in a set at the end of the season for a high-rated Team of the Year player. These challenges no longer expire each week. It can be completed at any point during the season. You get 3 challenges, 4,000 coins, 6 possible stars. Challenges are super easy. Shouldn't have any problems completing those, and they give you a chance to try out the players before you actually get them. So what, you're doing a challenge with Saquon. He plays as you think he would play, Drew Bledsoe and Champ Bailey. So that's our first Team of the Week. Do you think they should have gave it to another player instead of Saquon, who you think had another big Week 1 performance that was worthy of being mentioned in Team of the Week players? Let me know down below in the comments. Week 1 of the NFL was pretty crazy, low key. What we had, the Rams sneaking it up against the Bills. The Bills just look like they're so much better than the Rams, and they're probably gonna look like that against most teams, if not every team they play. Let me see, Eagles and Lions, pretty close finish. Let me see, surprised the Bears, pulled it out over the 49ers like that after struggling so long in that game. The Steelers and Bengals game, that was crazy. Nobody could make a kick. Jamar Chase doing what Jamar Chase does. And who was it? I think Watt ended up getting injured. I haven't looked at any updates to see what is going on with the injury, but you can see him mouthing during the game that he think he tore his pec. Dolphins over the Patriots. Love seeing that. Not surprised the Dolphins are looking pretty good on offense as well as defense. So I'm expecting them to have a pretty good year this year. Browns over the Panthers. I know folks was expecting Baker to have a big game against the Browns, but he did what he could. But I still feel like the Browns are the better team, and I expected them to win. This game been crazy. Colts and Texans ended up in a tie. I'm sure nobody was expecting that. Saints and Falcons, when the Falcons seemed like they had it under wraps, of course they choked it away to the Saints. My Ravens pulled it out against the Jets. Surprised we threw the ball as much as we did and had that much success throwing the ball. Shout out to Devin Doomerbay with the 2 TDs. Commanders over the Jaguars. I don't think anybody was surprised by that. Vikings beat the brakes off the Packers. Packers not looking good after one game, but they don't really have any receivers, so kind of not surprised. And Justin Jefferson just looking like he's on another level receiving this year. So we'll see how that goes for them. Giants over the Titans. I'm sure most people did not see that coming. About 1. Saquon definitely helped them guys get that win. Saquon and I think Sterling Shepard scored too. Chargers ended up beating the Raiders. Both teams look pretty good. Should see a lot of good games within this division this year. Unfortunately, Keenan Allen did get hurt, but I feel like he gets hurt pretty much every season, if I'm not mistaken. And I think of Keenan Allen, I think of a good receiver, but I also think of an injury-prone receiver. Chiefs and Cardinals. Cardinals looking like they need D-Hop out there, but I feel like they'll do better. But they were playing the Chiefs. The Chiefs came and played a lot better than most people's probably expected them to do. Without Tyreek Hill, still looking like the same old high-powered Chiefs, in my opinion. Bucks dominated the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys were the only team to not score a touchdown in week 1. And then Dak got hurt. So a lot of things going on out there in Dallas. We'll see how that plays out. Brady still looking like Brady. Julio looking like he might be a little younger this year. They got him out there running routes and running reverses and stuff like that. So we'll see. And the final shocker from Monday Night Football, the Seahawks ended up winning by 1 over the Broncos. I'm sure no one was expecting Geno Smith to pull out the upset over Russell Wilson. Folks were probably expecting Russell to come back and dominate his former team, being his first team with the Broncos. But hey, it wasn't in the cards for Russ Monday night. Let me know down below in the comments, what games are you looking forward to in week 2 and which week 1 game shocked you the most.